Alright, hello guys and welcome back to another Geoguessr video. And today we're doing a beginner-friendly play-along, as we usually do here on Wednesdays, but a little bit different this time around. So, it was brought to my attention this website exists. It's called Learnable Meta. Let me move my face cam so I can show you. I will link it in description, learnablemeta.com. And this is a new way to learn Geoguessr. Very, very beginner friendly. I have not tested it or played it, so we're gonna do it together. Live reaction, I guess. So, let's read this. When someone wants to improve at Geoguessr, they often try to memorize lists of bollards, signs, Google cars, and other clues. This can be quite overwhelming because there are so many different details to remember. I tried teaching my friends some of these metas by playing the world map with them and pointing out specific clues, but by the time those clues appeared again, they had already forgotten them. To help with this, I created several maps that highlight the most common metas, anything from landscapes, bollards, and signs to unique Google Street View cars that are useful to learn at the beginning. So yeah, basically this is sort of how I learned the game also, by playing a lot, like watching Rainbow do daily challenge, with like the first iteration of daily challenge when he did that, and then also playing a lot of Plunkett 1v1s, like that was like a diverse world, and then going back and looking at the other website, like the Geoguessr website. Like this was the website I used. I think it might be a little bit outdated in some areas, but some of it is like still good. Like the driving side doesn't really change. So the first thing I learned is like memorize what countries drive on the left that have coverage. Then also I tried. What I tried to do, I tried remembering like chevrons, where chevrons are under signs. So I actually had made a list, like I wrote down by the like color and the error. So like I wrote down which countries use like this chevron, and like the orange one you can't really tell from the yellow one, I think, on the average, but like this is also I was learning. I tried doing bollards, but bollards are more visual. You can't really like write down what bollards are which, like, but I do think that this is still very helpful, and I do appreciate that this exists, because the Plunkett guide goes country by country, but when you narrowing it down, you kind of need to like narrow it down by either like camera generation or car meta or bollards or signs. And if you just have no idea what country you're in, you kind of need to go like the other direction. So I use Geoguessr a lot for that. And now there's another way to do that. While there might be other maps like this available, ours includes a script that shows a note about the location after you make your guess in Geoguessr, explaining each round and highlighting the clues you might have missed that could help you identify the country. The map is designed for no move because it's skill itself to find clues, and it's a good habit to learn to check Google car, pole, road lines, etc. This, I agree with this so much. Like I don't really like that the standard settings on the Geoguessr round is moving. I don't think it's useful for new players to get into the habit to move to the sign and read the information. It's not just about reading, like you have to make a guess based on the location itself. Based on the clues in the location, and you can guess, like even if there's just grass and a pole and a dirt road, you can make a precise guess. Like, well, maybe not the 5K, but like you can be very, very close. So they have a link to the maps. I will be playing their maps, but I want to install the script. I have not installed the script, so we're also doing it live. So, in order to use any kind of scripts for Geoguessr, like the country streak or the blink mode, or like the blurry images, or like whatever, you need to have a temper monkey. So you go to your browser extensions and you find temper monkey and you install in that. I already have temper monkey on my browser. Here it is. There's no script for this page, but if you go to Geoguessr, it doesn't show you. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, now it shows you. So I have a country streak, I have pass logger, which is the red lines after you finish playing moving, so it shows you where you moved. This one, I think, is the one that fixes the country streak, because country streak used to be breaking timer. And obviously I have blink mode. I'm not sure why I have hedge streak. What was I doing with this? And I do have training mode. I have not used it in forever, but yeah, those are my scripts. So now I will have to add another script to it. And install user script. Once you have the extension installed, you can install user script by clicking this link. Make sure to open a new window with Geoguessr after installing the script for the first time. So I need to close Geoguessr. It opens, the script page. We click in install. It should be installed. Now I'm opening Geoguessr back, and I have Learnable Meta script, and then you need to play specific maps. So like you need to play their maps. Guess location on our maps. On the results screen, a note will be displayed showing the meta that was used in the round in case you missed it. So credits map creator Trozy and user script Blurk. And thank you to Masterblood for bringing this to my attention. I think it's a very cool extension. I don't think many people made videos on it, so surely this will be helpful to somebody. I'm so sorry. I forgot how to speak English for a second. So maps. A Learnable, I don't know. I think beginner is the easiest one, and then goes Novice. Yes, surely. So Learnable World Beginner. We are playing this no move. I will make it into a challenge link. I will make it like 1 minute 30. I think it's also important to limit yourself in time so you don't spend forever looking around. Like you need to like improve and be faster and faster and faster with your guesses. Okay, oh wait, my mouse got stuck. Tough. Okay, so we're starting with beginner, surely. Okay, so we have bollards that are specific to Austria and Slovenia. And we have blue card 2024, so we should be in Slovenia. Also, we have this, which is a little white sign with a little yellow number in it, which is a Slovenian kilometer sign. Yeah, kilometer marker, sorry. So, yeah, I'm just gonna click somewhere in the middle of Slovenia, because I could not read what it says on the marker. And yeah, we were very, very close. So now we have this car with the mirrors and the roof rack, which is found in like Guatemala and also Laos. My camera does not want to cooperate, unfortunate. So those poles with the painted bottoms are found in Guatemala. And those are Guatemalan poles. It's very flat, so we should be maybe somewhere southern. Like after that, it's just like a region guessing, landscape, something. Something. We were. Oh yeah, it didn't show me the clue after the first round. But now it does. Now it shows the. Maybe because I didn't refresh the page after installing the script. Yeah, now it shows me a learnable meta, country Guatemala, meta type Guatemala, unique car. This, and it pulls it from Plunkett Guide. This grey Street View car, visible roof rack and mirrors is quite unique to Guatemala. Don't confuse it with Dominican Republic car, which has black stripes on the roof rack. Yes, this is also Dominican Republic car is white, not silver. Like, this is a bad example. Like you can see here that it has plain back and silver, and in Dominican Republic there is like white front, and roof rack does have a black line in it, and Curacao does have also a black color on the car with the roof rack. I think, I don't know, they don't mention Lao, but I do think that Lao is actually closer in car than Dominican Republic and Curacao. So yeah, this is Lao car. I do think that this looks more similar to Guatemala car than the Dominican Republic car and Curacao car that they mentioned. I mean, obviously, like if you have language, like you will not confuse this language with Spanish. But just by car meta, I think it's important to remember that it exists also. There is a similar car in old coverage for Philippines. Let me show you. Okay, maybe that's a little bit of copying on my end because I don't think this is similar enough. Like it also has mirrors and a roof rack, but has black front. So it's probably like more similar to like Bermuda car than Guatemala. So I think this is copium because one time I confused this with Guatemala, and we're not going to talk about it, right? Okay. Yes, leave the page. So yeah, I do think that Lao car is more similar to Guatemala car, and you know would be good to mention. Oh, camera is back. Hello, camera. So what do we have here? Bollards. So we have Czechoslovakia bollards. So the problem is I don't know what country we're in. This is a beginner map. Hello. It's 2024, and in 2024 I'm always confused. Is the Slovakia has 2024 blue car, because in 2023 Slovakia only has red car. I think I'm gonna guess Czechia, but yeah, those are Czechoslovakian bollards, and it's really hard to distinguish between Czechia and Slovakia after that, unless it's 20. This is also Czechoslovakian pole top. It's very hard to see. Is there a good example of it? Yeah, this one is better. So it's like a triangle and a line, and with 3 insulators. It also apparently exists in Romania, which is very complicated, makes it a bit more complicated. And there is a slightly like similar one in Albania, I think, but it looks a little bit different. So yeah, I'm gonna click middle of Czechia. It was Slovakia, unlucky. So the note says meta type Slovakia Czechia bollard. Bollards in Slovakia have orange double reflectors on the front and a single white reflector on the back. They are also rare blue and red variant. The only other country with the same design is Czechia. Yeah, because Czechoslovakia used to be the same country, and it is hard to distinguish between them. So, well, there are so many clues here. We have black Gen 3 car with driving on the right. We have Asian characters, language. So we should be in South Korea. So like Asian language with driving on the right puts us in either South Korea or Taiwan. And well, if you can tell language support, it's Korean, not Chinese. But if you cannot, Taiwan has in Gen 3 lone antenna, and South Korea has Gen 3 black car or Gen 3 silver car. And South Korea also doesn't have Gen 4 coverage, and Taiwan does have Gen 4 coverage. I will one day make a video about camera generations, but I think there is recently been a video, has been second video by Zigzag about camera generations. Like, camera generations are really, really important for beginners to distinguish between, and you should learn them, like, absolutely. And I will link the Zigzag video also in the description for you to read. So the Meta is a Korean language. It's super unique with a lot of circles and blocky straight lines character. Yeah, so Korean is... I still sometimes have trouble distinguishing Japanese from Chinese, but Korean is very, very like, there's circle, there's a circle, there's a circle, there's a circle. It's very like rectangly everywhere, and circles and rectangles. So this is a useful clue. This is a useful meta. So next round, we have white Gen 4 car with antenna. So we should be in Turkey. We have a stop sign that says dur, which is only found in Turkey. And we have a white and red chevron, which found is in a lot of countries. I showed the chevron page earlier today. And we have a bollard. So, okay, let's start from the beginning. This bollard, the white bollard with red vertical reflector, is found in Turkey, in Australia, and in Netherlands. And white Gen 4 car is found in Turkey, France, Luxembourg, Sweden, and somewhere else. Am I forgetting something? What am I forgetting? I might be forgetting something. But yeah, this stop sign is only found in Turkey. The chevron, chevron is also quite popular. Like, besides Turkey, it's I think in Croatia, Romania uses this chevron also. Who else uses this chevron? Denmark uses chevron. Yeah, like several countries. Like, this is a popular kind of chevron. It's not a very unique one. So what was our clue? I should have clicked middle. All stop signs in Turkey gonna have text dur. No other country gonna have this stop sign. Yes, this is very, very helpful. I didn't have a very good score for this sort of easy map, but that's okay. We are here to learn, and I was talking too much about meta. So second map is a learnable meta word, Novice. So I'm gonna make a challenge on that. Also 1 minute 30 seconds. Start game. Oh my god, there are so many buttons that need to be clicked. Do this. Here we have low cam, which you can identify by a very, very wide blur. And also, like, if you play a lot of Geoguessr, you will just notice that the position of the camera is just somewhat lower. Like, you closer to the guardrail, you would be higher in other countries. Also, we have we have this reflector. So this is a very Asian thing. Let me just click something before I venture into the world of yapping about reflectors. I actually don't know which region this is. So we have this reflector. I don't think it's Kansai. In Taiwan, it's diagonal, black and yellow stripes, and they go all the way down to the bottom. In South Korea, it's usually diagonal stripes with like this same pad. Japan sometimes has also diagonal ones, but it's mostly vertical. We have those plates on the pole which indicate Japan, and like obviously the low cam is also Japanese. It's Okinawa. Oh, it makes sense. Oh, where's my clue? Where's my clue? Oh, they didn't give me a clue. Okay, I think it's sometimes bugs on round 1. Maybe, because it happened to the other game too. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully I told you a lot about the clue in the round, so you don't need it. So this is a cover meta clue. This is a Gen 3 coverage. We're driving on the left, and we have this car blur that looks like a French flag. So there's a bit of it that's blue, there's a bit of it that's white, and there's a bit of it that's red. And for some reason, this puts us in Sri Lanka. So in Gen 3, this is a Sri Lankan car blur. We're like somewhat in the hills, so I'm clicking middle. It was very north. Yeah, now it shows me, yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It is the front of the Google car. I never thought of that. But we're driving on the left, so it is the front of the Google car. Yes, I for some reason always thought that it's a black blur, like even though I just said that we're driving on the right. Yeah, this is a French flag car blur in Sri Lanka for no reason at all whatsoever. What am I looking at? So I guess I'm looking at USA. We have Gen 3, and we have absolutely... Oh wait, are we looking at Canada? Wait, what's the car blur? I can't distinguish with them without the car blur. Okay, the car blur is the most ambiguous car blur I have ever seen. I think the bollards are US, the reflectors. But we have Gen 3 car, and it doesn't have antenna or a color really, or like any distinguished feature. It's just like this shape of the car blur. And we have yellow line, we have front plates, we're driving right. So it puts us in the USA or Canada. Usually I distinguish them by the blur. When the blur has 2 bumps, it's Canada. When it's 1 bump, it's US. I think those are US reflectors, bowlers. They might be state specific too, but I'm not really sure where I am. I'm not very good at US. So what was the meta? The meta was no passing zone. US no passing zone sign. Yellow triangle signs with text no passing zone are unique to USA. Really? Does Canada not have those? I don't think I knew that, actually. Huh. That's interesting. I also learned something new. And what do we have here? So we have some short plates. We have a black water tank. We have this electricity counter, which I'm pretty sure puts us in Mexico. So we have plates that are very similar to American plates. But USA doesn't use the black water tanks, so this should put us in Mexico. I think this might be the clue, but also the rounded, like on the building and sometimes on the pole, they have this rounded electricity counter. It's also like outside, just out and about. It's also very, very Mexican thing to do. There might be like similar counters in Philippines, but if you're suspecting that you're in Americas and you see this electricity counter, Mexico is your guess. I'm on the other coast. Yeah, so they are talking about electricity counter. Similar in Philippines, different climate, vegetation, Guatemala. Similar electricity counters are in Guatemala. I mean, I never actually looked at Guatemala electricity counters because there's a Geoguessr Meta. Dominican Republic, yeah, Geoguessr Meta, same. So, yeah. Also, yes, black water tanks are not specific to Mexico. They are in other countries, but there's a lot of them in Mexico. Just also saying that. Okay, Chile. Oh, what am I saying? New Zealand. So we're driving on the left because there's a stopping line, and we have this sign with the red text "Give way," and we have this bollard, which is very similar to Turkish bollard, but the vertical yellow, the vertical red stripe reflector goes like all the way around. So in Australia and Turkey and Netherlands, it's just a stripe, and in New Zealand it wraps around. And this is a New Zealand pole with one index that I confused with Chile pole when I spawned camera, don't I? Camera, please. Okay, well, camera died, so mountains are south, so maybe we're on the west coast. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, they were talking about the giveaway sign. New Zealand has a white border and red text. Australia uses black text. Okay, so this was seed number 2. Horrible score because I didn't region guess Japan, US, or Mexico. Whoops. And then there is intermediate. So I think this will be the last map of the video because I was talking for so long. And I will make a challenge link with same settings, and it could also be in the description below. Ooh. Okay. So I think this is Baltic. This is hard. I think this is Estonia. This is something where I would prefer. I don't really know Baltic bollards. I will be honest, I confuse them a lot. So a lot of my guess in this round is based on. I will refresh so it gives me higher probability of receiving a clue after round 1 because I actually want to know myself what the clue was. Okay, it was Latvia, so apparently those are Latvian bollards. Whoops. Half circle, flat curved shaped bollard with rectangular reflector on the front and 2 circles reflector on the back. The reflectors can be white or orange. Sometimes they will have numbers on them. Estonia bollards might look similar. Thank you for validating my guess. But it will be rounded bollard and it will never have numbers on it. I never knew that. So yeah, I do confuse my shapes. So what they talk about half circle, they mean this. So it's a flat bollard, but it's curved. Like you can't really tell on this one, but you can tell on this one that there's like an index in it, and Estonian one will just be rounded bollard. So small missed key by yours truly. Okay, we have more bollards. We have white and four. What is this? It's 2022. So I guess this Luxembourg then? Okay, I see. Well, as I said before, white Gen 4 is also quite limited by countries. Those bollards, with the black diagonal stripe and then reflector in it and 2 reflectors on the back. They are German Luxembourg bollards, but Luxembourg bollards have more often have gray reflectors. I think German also can have gray reflectors, but this stripe having 3 bolts in it is only in Luxembourg. Germany has 2 bolts always. It doesn't have 3 bolts. And also the white Gen 4 should be Luxembourg. Yes. Bollards are black and white. They are wedge-shaped. What the heck is wedge-shaped? And they have gray reflectors. Some have a distinctive indent in the lower half. I'm not sure what that means either. They look more or less identical to German bollards. The most notable difference is that the reflectors on German bollards have 2 bolts, while the Luxembourg have 3. Yes, this is what I was talking about the bollards. So now we have Bhutan. Well, Bhutan has silver Gen 3 car, which is not very popular. It's always only used by like Philippines and Bhutan. I'm not sure. Maybe they will be talking about the concrete blocks on the side of the road. Yeah, like I'm not sure what the proposed meta is, or maybe the architecture, like the patterns at the top. I would also very like for my camera to come back, but I don't think it wants to show me. Yeah, so the concrete blocks outlining the road is very Bhutanese thing. It's very tall mountains. The patterns. Oh, I'm back. The patterns on the buildings are also unique to Bhutan. But yeah, what's the meta? Bhutanese architecture. The traditional Bhutanese architecture is very distinct. Most of the houses have tin roofs and wooden painted frames, which gives them a unique look. Yeah, that's fair enough. And last 2 rounds of the video, we have another Sri Lanka. Okay, so we're driving on the left. We have black and white striped post, which can be found in like Malaysia, Sri Lanka, in India. They also drive on the left and have these poles, but we again have low camera, same with Japan, and yeah, that brings us to Sri Lanka. All Gen 4 coverage taken in Sri Lanka is low cam. Gen 3 coverage in Sri Lanka is not low cam, and Gen 3 has the French flag blur, as we established earlier. The only 2 other countries with low cam is Japan and Switzerland, and now also Liechtenstein. This needs to be updated, but they look different. Yeah, like you can hardly confuse Switzerland with Sri Lanka. I mean, no shame if you do. We all confuse Switzerland with Japan at some point, and Japan with Switzerland. That happens. You can recognize low cam because of the white blur of the street view car and lower vantage point compared to normal camera. Yes. And another car meta. We have okay, so I guess this is another car that's very, very similar to Guatemala and Lao, because it also has mirrors. It's a bit darker in color and it also has roof rack, but this is the Faroe Islands car. Faroe Islands has yellow reflectors. I've never noticed them before. This is so surprising to me that my camera died again. Camera also surprised. But yeah, this car is unique to Faroe Islands, so there's open sea to the north. This and a pier. I don't know, I wanna 5k this. Ooh. Ooh. Ever? No. Damn. Well, the pier was not mapped. Tough. But yeah, unique car. The brown street view car with mirrors and roof rack visible is quite unique to Faroe Islands. Okay, so with that, I will leave in description all the links to those maps and the website, and I think it's a very, very cool tool to learn meta. Yeah, there's like they have regional maps for Europe, they have a map for Google cars, they have a map for polls, a learnable meta for Africa. So like this is a very, very useful tool to learn meta. So if you wanna be better geoguessr and improve your learning, this is a very good tool. I recommend this. Recommend using it. The maps look very cool. So I will leave the links to it in the description. I will also leave in the description this exact video about camera generation because I never have time to make my own. And with that, I thank you for watching and I see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!